there's a lot going on in our world, in our society, in the sports world and elsewhere. But this is something we've been thinking about for a very long time, trying to put the pieces together to understand where we, as a brand, can make the most impact. And, you know, I think where we have the most resources and the most access to be able to impact kids, create safe spaces to play, support programming, support coaches and leaders that are impacting our kids. You know, COVID's taken a lot of that opportunity away, and it's highlighted some of the you know, disparities, especially around different parts of the country. We're starting here in Oakland with it, and hopefully can branch out, you know, over time. But we're doing what we know best in terms of how play and sports, you know, can teach us so much about ourselves and give kids something to look forward to. And I think we playing our role. I think that's the biggest thing right now with how we want to live out our purpose with our brand.
And how long have you been working on the line?
I mean, off and on, as a seed that was playing about 5 years ago. But I think we really hit the ground running by 2 years ago in terms of what Curry Brand would stand for, and just the opportunity that was in front of us to truly turn a purpose-driven brand into a true success. And so this is just the beginning. We're planting a flag right now, but I think over the next, you know, year, you'll start to see the action behind what we're saying we're going to do.
Yeah, and I know a big part of this is you're giving back. So can you talk more about that as well?
No doubt. This is a big piece of Curry Brand is obviously a commitment to investing in youth sports and creating a network and a support around, you know, kids' participation in sports. You know, we're starting with over $1 million investment into, you know, people, programs, products, and places where there's our 4 Ps. And so safe spaces to play, court refurbishments, again, investing in programming that would get kids active, obviously in a safe way, but get them out in fields of play, on courts, and around the right people and the right influences. And when it comes to products, obviously we want to be able to, you know, support their journey and performance and elevating, you know, their skill sets across the board. And all that would be a part of what you buy into with Curry Brand. And it's all about us, again, living out our purpose and impacting as many kids as possible.
Yeah. And your line will feature basketball, tennis, and running as well. So why include these other sports within the brand?
Well, obviously basketball, that's kind of a no-brainer, straightforward expression of what I do best. But when it comes to golf, when it comes to running and training, when it comes to other sports, one, that's part of my experience growing up. I always played other sports. I got exposure to a lot of different skill sets and people, and that was big in my development. But I feel like, you know, when it comes to whatever a kid is interested in, we want to be able to, you know, present an opportunity for them to kind of live that out. And so we're going to start with basketball. We want to make sure we have the product and the programming and the arenas for them to be able to go to and participate in, and then hopefully scale and branch out from there.
Yeah, and how does it feel to like have your own brand underneath like a major brand like Under Armour?
I mean, it's kind of wild, bro, to be honest. It's very surreal. I know everybody kind of links it to Jordan Brand in terms of, you know, having a legacy brand attached to a big company, and he's the gold standard of success when it comes to doing that. But we're going to do it a different way, authentic to me, and again, just plant our flag and understand that we're trying to live out our purpose, or the purpose that we're setting out to do with everything that we do. And that's the through line when it comes to product, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to our community give back and our initiatives. All those things will be true to who I am and true to anybody that wants to participate and change the game for good.
Yeah. One of my favorite stories from you from this past year was seeing you partner with Howard in the golf program. So are we going to see more stuff like that with you, with your line?
I hope so. I think that was and currently is an amazing journey that we're on. Reestablishing the golf program at Howard on both the men's and women's side. So opportunities like that where we're growing the game, where we're supporting participation and creating, a North Star of where sports can lead outside of basketball. That's the opportunity here. And you kind of, that's the most thing I'm excited about as we start on this journey is it's kind of an open-ended, kind of roadmap. We want to be able to meet the need and impact, again, as many kids as possible as we do that. And it's all part of the ecosystem that we're trying to create.
And are you planning to sign other athletes, basketball players, other sports?
Absolutely. That's the long-term vision. Be able to pass the torch off to people that are of like mind, that want to put their name behind something good and doing good in the community, and being a part of, overall impact and thinking outside of themselves. So that is the long-term goal. We have some plans in place on that, but nothing to talk about yet.
Yeah, and how would you measure success for the brand going forward for the future?
I think it's that perfect balance of, continue to scale and continue to think ahead of what we put into the market from a product perspective, but also success for us will be staying true to who we are. There's going to be so many opportunities to kind of, get outside yourself and we want to be a part of the culture and drive the culture, and we want to be in a position where, anybody who buys into what Curry Brand is knows that they're impacting a life in some way, shape, or form. And, if we can up those numbers of kids that we reach, whether they're, buying product, not hopefully they are, it's a matter of knowing that we're changing lives and that there's going to be amazing success stories that come from that. So that's the stay true to who we are. That's going to be the message for success.
Yeah, and I know you haven't unveiled it yet, but what can you tell me about the Curry 8 and why should we be excited for it?
Just like Curry Brand, it's just something different, man. It's something different. I think we put a lot of work into it, and like you said, we got a lot to kind of explain when gets closer to coming out, but it's something different that you have to experience. And I think for me to be able to say that about a shoe on, I've been in the game for 6-7 years now. I'm pretty proud of it. So thankfully the season's right around the corner too, so I get to rock it.
Before I let you go, but you have the championships, you have your own line now, you have your production company. So what is next for you? What else do you want?
Win another championship and then figure out the rest later.
Got you. Yeah, Steph, I appreciate you, man. Best of luck. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving.
Right. Same to you and your family. Thank you very much, man.
Yep.
All right.